Hello, good afternoon, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Please, if you can hear me, let me know in the comment section, please. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon, good afternoon. Okay. So please let me know if you can hear me in the comment section, please. Good afternoon once again. Okay, thank you, Mr. Chibuzo. I appreciate you for that. Okay, so welcome to Driving School Tutorial. My name is Frank. Today we are going to answer some questions on this topic, Definizioni, Classificazione, the Veicoli. So today we are going to look into some questions under this topic while we answer them and also while we explain them. So please do me a favor by sharing this live with your friends and inviting somebody to join us. By doing so, you are encouraging me, and I appreciate you for that. So please, let's quickly dive into the first question of today. And remember, as usual, as the question display, if you believe the answer to the question is vero, you leave it in the comment section. If it's falso, you leave it in the comment section. At the end of the day, I will try my best to do the explanations. And please do not forget that if you're having anything you don't understand, do not hesitate to ask a question. So, and also for those of you who might not be in our Zoom class, you are free to join us. You have 2 days of free classes. In these 2 days, you'll be able to evaluate the class to see if it's something that you like or not. And you can reach out to me through this number that you're seeing here, 388-643-1524. That's my number. You can reach out to me via WhatsApp and also through a direct call. So let's dive into the first question of today. So the first question says, gli autoveicoli sono tutti veicoli a motore con 4 o più ruote, compresi I quadricicli. So what is our response to this question? Is it true or false? Vero or falso? Gli autoveicoli sono tutti veicoli a motore con 4 o più ruote, compresi I quadricicli. Gli autoveicoli sono tutti I veicoli a motore con 4 o più ruote, compresi I quadricicli. Okay, so the question says, gli autoveicoli sono tutti veicoli a motore con 4 o più ruote, compresi I quadricicli. Now, the first question you ask yourself is, what is autoveicoli and what is quadricicli? You understand? So here, they make us to understand that, that auto vehicle, all the vehicles with engine. Sorry, all the vehicle with engines that are having 4 or more tires, including quadricycles. Now, remember, the question is, what are autoveicoli or motoveicoli? Motor vehicles, you understand? Autoveicoli or motor vehicles. Now, gli autoveicoli, according to the definition, says sono tutti veicoli a motore con non meno di 4 ruote, esclusi I quadricicli, which means motor vehicles, they are all those motor vehicles with not less than 4 tires, excluding quadricycles. It means that quadricycles are not among the motor vehicles or auto veicoli. You understand? So, which means if you come here, for those of us who might remember when we define auto veicoli in our Zoom class, remember we were able to bring out these figures, these images to figure out what these auto veicolo or auto veicoli are. Now, remember, autobus, which is bus, is autoveicolo. Articulated lorry, which is autoarticulato, is autoveicolo. Articulated bus, which is autosnodato, is autoveicolo. Articulated lorry, this was articulated truck, so articulated lorry, and which is autotreno, is autoveicolo. Motorhome, which is autocaravan, is autoveicolo. Truck, which is trattore stradale, which is the trailer head, is autoveicolo. Lorry, which is autocarro, is autoveicolo. Car, which is autovettura, is autoveicolo. So these are autoveicolo. You understand? So you see that we don't have a quadricycle among them. Therefore, looking at the question, we said gli autoveicoli sono tutti veicoli a motore con 4 o più ruote, compresi i quadricicli. The answer is falso, because quadricycles, they are not among the motor vehicles. So that is why the answer is falso. Please, if you're having anything you don't understand, do not hesitate to ask, please. And I will appreciate if you can invite somebody to join, if you can like the video, if you can share it. You see, you liking the video, you sharing it, will give YouTube, the chance to make the video seen by many people as possible. So if you can do me that favor, I would really appreciate it. And for those of us that are not responding, it's not good, you understand? At least, even if it's a question you don't understand, you can still comment, no idea, you understand? So that is it. But the most important thing of all is that at the end of the day, you understand what I explain. And if you don't understand, please ask a question. Leave your question in the comment section, and I will appreciate that. So that is question number 1. Let's move to question number 2. We said gli autoveicoli sono tutti veicoli con almeno 4 ruote, compresi quelli senza motore. I think with the explanation of the first question, it's supposed to help us to navigate this second question. But let's see. What is the answer to this one? Gli autoveicoli sono tutti veicoli con almeno 4 ruote, compresi quelli senza motore. Is it true or false? Vero o falso? Gli autoveicoli sono tutti i veicoli con almeno 4 ruote, compresi quelli senza motori. Vero o falso? Okay, so now we've just seen the definition of autoveicoli. Here, in the definition of autoveicoli, it said gli autoveicoli sono tutti veicoli a motore con non meno di 4 ruote, esclusi i motocicli, which means, in a very simple words, motor vehicles are those vehicles with from 4 tires and above, excluding or apart from quadricycles. You understand? Now, those vehicles with engine, from 4 tires and above, apart from quadricycles. So vehicles with engine from 4 tires and above. And this question is telling us that motor vehicles are all vehicles at least with from 4 tires, including the ones without engine, which is not true, because this is a trailer, remorquio. This is a vehicle. Remember, remorquio, un vehículo. Remorquio is a vehicle, and this vehicle is having more than 4 tires. Let's count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this vehicle is having more than 4 tires. You understand? Does that make it a motor vehicle? The answer is no, because it has no engine. You understand? There is no, engine in this vehicle. Therefore, it is not considered as a motor vehicle. But remember, as I said, it's a trailer, remorquio. The answer to the question number 2 is falso. Gli autoveicoli sono tutti i veicoli con almeno 4 ruote, compresi quelli senza motore. No, it is not true. The answer is falso. So let's check out the question number 3. Question number 3, it said, gli autoveicoli sono veicoli a motore con almeno 4 ruote, esclusi i quadricicli. Now, if you didn't get this one, or if you're not able to get this one correctly, it means that you need to pay a lot of attention. It means that you are not following what I'm explaining. You understand? So please pay attention to it. You are supposed to get it right because of what we have explained up to now. So if you are not getting it correctly, it means that you are not following my explanation. I se gli autoveicoli sono veicoli a motore con almeno 4 ruote, esclusi i quadricicli. What is our response to question number 3? Gli autoveicoli sono veicoli a motore con almeno 4 ruote, esclusi i quadricicli. Does that mean we don't understand, or we don't know the question, or we don't understand the question? We don't know the answer, or we don't understand the question? Because I think we are just having few responses. Is that the truth? Gli autoveicoli sono veicoli a motore con almeno 4 ruote, esclusi i quadricicli. Okay, let's assume we don't know the question. Now, remember, when we do the definition of autoveicoli or motor vehicles, we said gli autoveicoli sono tutti veicoli a motori con non meno di 4 ruote, esclusi i quadricicli. The same thing is repeated here. You understand? That gli autoveicoli sono veicoli a motori con almeno 4 ruote, non meno di 4 ruote. They are the same thing. Almeno 4 ruote means at least, which is the minimum tires auto vehicle need to have is 4 tires, not less than. Non meno means not less than. So there are two, there are the same thing said in different ways. Do not allow that to confuse you, you understand? So it is true, motor vehicles are all those vehicles with engine that their tires are from 4 tires and above, excluding quadricycles. For example, if you look at here, what we are having here is are quadricycles. These are quadricycles. You have the ones, the ones that is, reserved for transportation of goods. The other one, this one here, I think this is just like the one that they use maybe when they are playing football, remember, in that World Cup. And this is, so just like all these are quadricycles, and you cannot call them motor vehicles. You understand? Motor vehicles, you cannot call them motor vehicles because they are, even though they have 4 tires, but they are not considered as motor vehicle. Motor vehicle, which is auto vehicle. You understand? So take note of that when a question is coming to tell you that un quadriciclo è un auto veicolo. No, the answer is falso. So in this case, yes, the answer is vero. Gli autoveicoli sono veicoli a motore con almeno 4 ruote, esclusi i quadricicli. So the answer is vero. Question number 4. Question number 4, sorry, is it question number 4? Sorry. Oh, it's supposed to be question number 4, but I think there is a mistake here by number, but let's take it to be question number 3B, please. Let's call it 3B. Let's call it 3B. So here it said, si definiscono autovetture tutti i veicoli a motore che hanno la trazione posteriore. Si definiscono autovetture tutti i veicoli a motore che hanno la trazione posteriore. Vero o falso? Si definiscono autovetture tutti i veicoli a motore che hanno la trazione posteriore. Please, just as I said, let us consider this question as question number 3B, because it's supposed to be question number 4, but I think there was some errors, a typing error there. So that is it. Now, what is our response to this question number 3B? Vero or falso? If you find this question before you on the day of your exam, what is going to be your response? True or false? Vero or falso? Okay, So, it said, si definiscono autovetture tutti I veicoli a motore che hanno la trazione posteriore. That is to say, the question is telling you that autovetture is defined as all vehicles with engine that are having their, let me say, all vehicles that are rear-wheel drive. Now, if you remember here, when we name this, when we show this image here, if you pay attention, you see autovettura here, right? And we said is what? Car. You understand? So autovettura means car. And they are telling us that car, a car is those vehicles that are having back wheel drive, you understand, or rear wheel drive. Now, trazione posteriore, that is what we are going to understand first. Now, what is trazione posteriore di un veicolo? Now, if you look at this vehicle, you see that you are seeing this one, you call it smoke, but these are not just smoke. This is due to this driver move this vehicle with a lot of force. So there is this kind of traction where the vehicle, the tires, move fast suddenly. You understand? In my country, those days, we call it kick and move. You understand? And you see the back tire in this case, the two back tires doing this, kick and move in this case. Now, there you have some other vehicle. In this case, this vehicle is known as ROWD, rear wheel drive. You understand? Now, in this other situation, we have this vehicle that the same thing is happening to the front tire. You understand? So this one is happening to the front tire, and this type of vehicle is FWD, front wheel drive. You see, when you see some vehicles, you see all these things written at the back. This is what they mean. You understand? Now, it means that this vehicle, now, we also have other ones, like, for example, this one. You see this, this vehicle here, you see both tires, the front and the back, doing the same thing. This one is known as four-wheel drive. You understand? It means that the traction of this vehicle is in both sides, front and back. Whereas in the other ones, we were having it either in the back or in the front. So this is what they are referring to as trazione posteriore, because trazione posteriore, there is this word I always tell us to always remember: posteriore and anteriore. Posteriore means back, you understand, or rear, you understand, while anteriore means front, you understand. So when they said trazione posteriore, they're referring to rear wheel drive, you understand, or back wheel drive, as you might understand it, but the correct one is rear wheel drive, because that is what you are going to see, at the back of any vehicle that is in that, situation. So while anteriore, trazione anteriore is the front wheel drive, you understand? But if you look now, all the vehicles that we have named here, they are all cars. Let's look at it again. This one is a car, this one is a car, and this one is a car. They are all cars, you understand? You cannot, as in, because of whether the vehicle is a rear wheel drive vehicle, or is a front-wheel drive vehicle, or is a four-wheel drive vehicle, to classify that vehicle not to be a car, or to be, it is because only this one is a car. So that is why the answer to the question is falso, because the question said si definiscono autovetture tutti I veicoli a motore che hanno la trazione posteriore. It's not true. Even if the question said si definiscono autovettura tutti I veicoli a motore che hanno la trazione anteriore, it's still falso. If it still said si definiscono autovetture tutti I veicoli a motore che hanno la trazione anteriore e posteriore, is, falso. You understand? Because whether they have or they are rear-wheel drive, front-wheel drive, or four-wheel drive, they are all they can be autovettura. You understand? So it is not true that autovettura si definiscono tutti I veicoli a motore che hanno le trazioni posteriori. So the answer is falso. Now let's move to the other question. Please, as I said earlier, if you are not in our Zoom class, you can join us that is where we explain things in details. Here we just answer questions. You can reach out to me through this number here, 388-643-1524. Also, please, I would also like to tell us, you see, sometimes I think we are more than 4 or 5 persons here, but only 4 or 5 persons are the one responding. You see, sometimes there is every good reason for you not to take what I'm doing, just like that, because some of you might just think maybe after all, it's YouTube, it's getting view, this, that, those kind of thing. But you might not really understand that, the sacrifice that is behind this thing, because if it is for view, I think I will not even do this. You understand? If it's for view, I will not even bother myself, because something that takes me to wake up at night to prepare all these things, just to come out here and also deliver it. You understand? Because it is not enough to know the answer to be vero or falso. It is beyond that. You need to know how to explain it. You need to find out, because you want to pass, you want to transfer knowledge to somebody. It's not easy. You understand? So when I'm telling you, or when I'm begging you to please like the video, those kind of things, I think I'm not even supposed to remind you. You understand? Here you see some people, they are just there. They don't even share. They don't like it. It's not encouraging anyway. You understand? Because, for example, yes, we are doing our Zoom classes, but there are so many questions you cannot quiz in this syllabus. There are a lot of questions that need to be explained. You will agree to this, that some questions, even though you get them wrong, or maybe you got them correctly, you need explanation. Some questions need to be explained. You understand? So that is why I'm doing this, to also enable us to explain this question. And moreover, you see, code is approaching. So many of us who wake up very early in the morning to go to work, we are feeling it already. You understand? So I'm doing this to try to how do I say it? To help issues in a way that those of you who are preparing to write your exam, very soon, so that you can get more prepared as soon as possible. Sometimes I will tell you, if you're having any question, ask. You don't even bother to ask. You don't look, at the end of the day, the headache is not mine at all, because you are the one who will wake up very early in the morning, dragging your children and your wife and your husband inside the train, inside the bus. Some of you, the bus driver and the train controller, they know the number of your children because of this. I understand that some people are saying that car is not, it's a liability. I think I saw a video like that. That person might be wrong partially. It might also be, it might be right partially. It might also be wrong, because it's you see this like it's matter of choice. Sometimes I wonder why some people, let me just put it like this. If you're a family person, you don't need somebody that don't have family in Europe to tell you what you need and what you don't need. It's like you waiting for somebody who don't have head to explain to you how, people who are feeling headache, how they behave or how they feel. You understand? It's the same thing. But the person don't have head and is explaining to you, what you need to do when you are having headache. You see, something is wrong. So if you're a family person, driving your own car is not just something, it's something necessity, something that you need. Because at the end of the day, you are going to take your children to school. Are you not ashamed while driving your children with bicycle under the rain, under the snow? Are you not ashamed? Are you not feeling it? So you are even supposed, some of you are even supposed to even wake me up to say, are we not having quiz today? Just for example. But I will still be the one even begging you. Sometimes I even reach out to you through a course. Sometimes I will even beg you to answer questions. It's not helping you anyway. Like me, I can decide to take any decision. I can even decide to say I want to stop now. You don't have anything against me. You understand? So please, why am I saying this? Encourage yourself to encourage me. You understand? It's not about, it's not all about me. It's about you. After you pass your exam, if you like, you see me on the street, you don't even greet me. It's not a problem. You understand? But please, now that you want to pass your exam, do everything possible, everything possible, everything possible. Do not be discouraged whether you have written before. Maybe because some of you, because you have written before, it's like, I'm tired of this thing. No, if you are tired, you are the loser. You understand? People will come out to tell you, I have passed my exam, but they will not tell you how many times they tried. You understand? You keep trying until you get it right. You understand? So that you have not passed does not mean you are not going to pass. So you don't need to be discouraged. You understand? And do not allow anybody to laugh at you because you are not able to pass yet, and the person is not seeing it as if you are not intelligent. Let me tell you something. The ability to explain quiz or to understand it does not make you more intelligent than another. It's just language difficulties. You understand? Some people are good in understanding language. Some people are good, in understanding any other thing. So that is life. So it's not something you feel bad about because maybe you have written before, you are not able to pass, and maybe somebody is able to pass. It's now as if the person is more intelligent, is more brilliant, is more good, is better than you. No, it's not like that. You understand? So please, I'm begging every one of you, let us encourage each other. You encourage me, I will encourage you. Because if I tell you sometimes the kind of headache I pass through to make sure I prepare all these things, the inconveniences that is attached to it, because I'm somebody with my own personal responsibility. But I will, because I've said it's 12 o'clock, I need to make sure it's 12 o'clock. Every other thing will be put aside. But I will still be begging you. So please, just like it, just share it. And this same you are very good in sharing saga videos, sharing, every other videos. But when it comes to the one where you are tapping knowledge from, you find it difficult to share. As in, are you not being biased? Well, anyhow, you just answer that question I've given you, whether you are being biased or not. So let's move on to the question number 4. It said, l'autovettura è un veicolo a motore con 4 ruote destinato al trasporto di massimo 9 persone, compreso il conducente. So what is our response to this question number 4? Question number 4. What is our response to question number 4? Is it true or false? Vero o falso? L'autovettura è un veicolo a motore con 4 ruote destinato al trasporto di massimo 9 persone, compreso il conducente. So when you hear who is talking about autovettura, what are they talking about? L'autovettura è un veicolo a motore con 4 ruote destinato al trasporto di massimo 9 persone, compreso il conducente. Okay, so very good. So the question is saying that autovettura, which is, remember we saw it before that autovettura is a car. And here it said a car, autovettura, which is a car, is a vehicle with engine, with 4 tires. Remember, this one is precise, 4 tires. It don't need to be more than 4 tires. It don't need to be less than 4 tires. Destinato al trasporto di massimo 9 persone, compreso il conducente. You know, reserved for the transportation of maximum 9 persons, including the driver. You understand? And now, what is autovettura in this case? Here says l'autovettura è un veicolo a motore con 4 ruote destinato a trasporto di persone, massimo 9, compreso il conducente. Remember, as I said, specifically, autovettura have 4 tires. It's not less or more. You understand? So if you are seeing vehicle that is having more than 4 tires, it's not autovettura. You understand? Vehicle that is having less than 4 tires are not autovettura. So here it said, quindi non sono autovetture, gli autobus, più di 9 persone, which is all those buses with more than 9 persons or passengers, and il portavalori destinato al trasporto di valori, all those armored cars that are used to transport all these goods, you know, those valuable things, you understand, money and the rest. Gli autocarri destinati al trasporto di merce, all those lorries that are, you know, reserved for the transportation of goods, you understand? So, for example, here, this is a good example of autovettura, you understand? Cars. This is a bus, and is considered as a car because it's having 4 tires, and it does not transport more than 9 passengers or 9 persons. This one here is also a car. It's having 4 tires. It does not transport more than 9 passengers. You understand? This one is having 4 tires. It does not transport more than 9 passengers. And this one also is having 4 tires. It does not transport more than 9 passengers. Looking at all of them here, you could see that, is there anyone among them that is reserved for the transportation of goods? The answer is no. Therefore, they are autovettura because they're having 4 tires and they transport not more than 9 passengers. Also, they are not reserved for the transportation of goods. You understand? So these are autovettura or car. But the explanation went further to tell us that all these group of vehicles here that are listed here, they are not autovettura. So pay attention when quiz brings anyone among this one and tell you that they are autovettura. You are supposed to automatically know that this question is falso. For example, if quiz brought out Fugoni and tell you that is autovettura, no, it is not correct. Or maybe you're having autocarro and they tell you that it's autovettura. It's not correct. Maybe they bring this one out. Maybe this armored car, Fugoni. No, the word they use is veicoli blindato. I think veicoli blindato, something like that. They are this one is the one they mostly use. You understand? And remember, the answer is FASO. And also remember, autobus, this one is not autovehiculo, not because of the tires, but because of the passengers, because this one carries more than 9 passengers. Remember, you have 1 passenger, which is the driver, then 2 front, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So at the end of the day, you see this one is more than 9 passengers. So that is why this is not autovettura. At the end of the day, the question that we have, which says l'autovettura è un veicolo a motore con 4 ruote destinato al trasporto di massimo 9 persone, compreso il conducente. The answer is vero, because a car is a motor vehicle with engine that is reserved for the transportation of not more than 9 persons, including the driver. The answer is vero. Okay, so let's move to the next question. Question number 5. It says, si definisce autovettura il veicolo blindato è appositamente attrezzato per il trasporto di valori. What is our response to this one? This question here, sorry. This one here, question number 5. It said, si definisce autovettura il veicolo blindato è appositamente attrezzato per il trasporto di valori. What is our response to this question number 5? Question number 5, what is our response? Si definisce autovettura il veicolo blindato è appositamente attrezzato per il trasporto di valori. What is our response to this question? Okay, so I just mentioned that this vehicle here is not autovettura. You understand? Even though it's autoveicolo, it's not autovettura. Because the question is telling us that si definisce autovettura il veicolo blindato è appositamente attrezzato per il trasporto di valore, which means is referring to this vehicle that car is defined as those vehicles that are equipped to transport, valuable things, which is armored car or armored van. You understand? In this case that they're referring to, which is not true, because as we said, all these vehicles here, they are not autovettura. You understand? And the answer is falso. Now, somebody will want to ask, are they autoveicolo? Yes, they are autoveicolo, but they are not autovettura. You understand? So, si definisce autovettura il veicolo blindato è appositamente attrezzato per il trasporto di valori. The answer is falso, because the autoveicolo attrezzato per il trasporto di valori, they are not autovettura. So the answer is falso. Number 6, question number 6. It said, entrando in un centro abitato, bisogna tenere conto che il flusso della circolazione viene spesso intralciato o interrotto da veicoli che sono fermi, che partono o che cambiano direzione. What is our response to this question? Number 6. Question number 6. What is our response? Question number 6. What is our response? Entrando in un centro abitato, bisogna tenere conto che il flusso della circolazione viene spesso intralciato o interrotto da veicoli che sono fermi, che partono o che cambiano direzione. Let me try to translate the question. It said, while you are entering inside inhabited area, you need to put into account or bear it in mind that the flow of circulation is always interrupted or obstructed by those vehicles that either they are stopping or they are moving or they are changing directions. True or false? Entrando in un centro abitato, bisogna tenere conto che il flusso della circolazione viene spesso intralciato o interrotto da veicoli che sono fermi, che partono o che cambiano direzione. So, it is true. The answer is vero. Because do you know that while you are coming from outside inhabited area, as you're, on that strada estrabana, which is outside inhabited area, whether autostrada or whether strada estrabana principale or secundaria, you keep moving, the flow of circulation is always boom, you keep moving. But immediately you get to inhabited area, it's either you are meeting a roundabout or a junction, or you are seeing somebody, just like this in this situation now, you see this vehicle that is moving this direction. Look at a motorcyclist. Look at this vehicle that is also wanting to enter into circulation. Look at this other one there. Look at the traffic light. So there you have the monopath, the bicycle, the pedestrian. All these are, they are things you see inside inhabited area, and they interrupt circulation, they obstruct circulation, and that is why you are required to pay more attention whenever you are inside inhabited area. You understand? So the answer to this question is it number 5 or number 6, is vero. Entrando in un centro abitato, bisogna tenere conto che il flusso della circolazione viene spesso intralciato o interrotto da veicoli che sono fermi, che partono o che cambiano direzione. The answer is vero. Question number 7. It said, entrando in un centro abitato, bisogna continuare a mantenere la concentrazione alla guida, anche se potrebbero aumentare i motivi per distrarsi. Entrando in un centro abitato, bisogna continuare a mantenere la concentrazione alla guida, anche se potrebbero aumentare i motivi per distrarsi. Entrando in un centro abitato, bisogna continuare a mantenere la concentrazione alla guida, anche se potrebbero aumentare i motivi per distrarsi. Okay. Now, the question says that as you are entering inside inhabited area, you need to continue to maintain your the concentration, you understand, of driving, even if there could be increase for distraction, or for the reason for distraction, you understand? Because just as I said, as I explained before, for example, you look at here, you see pedestrians, you see cyclists, you see the vehicle that is coming from the other side, this one that is not wanting to give a right of way, the other one that is just being in a hurry. So you need to pay more attention. You understand? You need to pay more or maintain your concentration. You understand? And that is why they said, they don't want to say pay more attention. They said continue to maintain concentration, because it's assumed that you have been concentrating before, so you continue to concentrate. You understand? Because quiz can never encourage you where to concentrate less and where to concentrate. You understand? They believe every time you need to be well concentrated. You understand? So when you approach or when you are inside inhabited area, this you must put into account that now the risk has increased, because, or dangers has increased, because now before you weren't having pedestrians when you were outside inhabited area, you weren't having cyclists, no roundabout like this. Now you are not having all this one, so this whole situation, they are going to increase the reason for a risk, and that is why you also need to increase or continue to maintain your concentration. So the answer is vero. Entrando in un centro abitato, bisogna continuare a mantenere la concentrazione alla guida, anche se potrebbero aumentare I motivi per distrarsi. The answer is vero. So question number 8, which in the other hand is supposed to be the question number 9 of today. And this also happens to be the last question for today. Please try to get it right, because as I said, I will always try to maintain it not more than 1 hour, so that if you want to rewatch it, so that you can be able to do that. Here it said, I conducente che partecipa a gara di velocità non autorizzata su area pubblica è punito con la reclusione. What is our response to this question? Question number 8. Il conducente che partecipa a gara di velocità non autorizzata su area pubblica è punito con la reclusione. So even while I'm waiting for you to respond to this, please, I want to remind you again, there are every reason for you to do quiz. You are preparing to write exam. Please try and do away with excuses. You understand? Do quiz, answer question, research question, look for them. And one thing I will also advise you, so many of you are doing quiz in a particular app. So this is how it happened. You just log in, then the question will just start popping up. Sometimes it's not good to just start responding to those questions, you understand? Try to do a kind of, how do I call it? You try to, because sometimes it looks as if the schedule that you are responding to, that is what is still coming. So try to go deeper and deeper. Maybe, some apps, you have the chance to choose, you understand? Or where you see 1, 10, 2, 3 to 10, those kind of things. So try to go inside, to go and look for questions, you understand? To go and look for schedules, so that you are not responding to a particular schedule. And this is why, or one of the reasons why some of you are doing quiz, you'll be happy and you are getting green. But on the end, on the day of exam, you just be surprised. Wow, what happened? Because maybe that particular app that you are using is the kind of app that immediately you just open it, that same questions, so they just come like that, you understand? And you will believe that you are responding to different questions, of which is the same schedule, you understand? Therefore, I advise you to try to, it's just like when you want to play what game. So you try to rearrange, you understand? So that to mix everything up. So also try to do the same to your app where you respond to quizzes. And if you're having more than one app in your phone, I also advise you, do quiz in all of these apps. You understand? Don't just be focused on one. Don't say, because this one is more easier. I understand this one. I like the questions that are coming from this one. It might be that on the day of exam, the questions that are popping out from the other one, that is the one you see, because how exam work is this. You will go go and sit for exam. On that day, any questions can just come. You understand? Sometimes you might just be lucky. As in, the schedule you did maybe yesterday, you just be seeing number of questions that you responded to yesterday inside that schedule. The ones you did yesterday, the other day, just like that. And at the end of the day, you see you just passed the exam. And then you will see somebody that will tell you that the questions that came out today, they were so difficult. It's like that, because the question that came for you will not come for me. You understand? So that is why try as much as possible to answer questions. The more you answer questions, the better it is for you. Because on that day of exam, there is this probability that you might be seeing 1 or 2 or 3 questions that you find difficult to understand. But if you really expose yourself to different questions as possible, all those questions, you hardly see them because all the questions, they will look familiar. You have seen this question before, maybe you might not remember, all those kind of things. So that is it. Please always try to create chance for yourself to do quiz. You understand? Create chance for yourself to do quiz. If you're a husband and wife, please arrange for each other, you understand, because of children, so that one can, be more focused, and, whenever the other one want to be focused, just like that, let it be something that you guys help each other to, to achieve, because this code that is coming, sometimes when I see people wrestling on top of a bicycle, that very cold money going to work, sometimes I feel bad, you understand? So please, just try everything possible. Try inconvenience yourself, because it's not easy. Time that you're supposed to be sleeping while you just come from work, you want to do quiz, or time that you're supposed to relax, do other things, you want to do quiz. So it's not easy at all with all the responsibilities, every other thing is not easy. But when you inconvenience yourself, at this moment, very soon, you just forget about it. You won't be talking about a quiz anymore. I remember so many people that were here some years ago. Today, they are no longer here because they have gotten their license. So that is what I expect you to be by this time next year. By this time next year, you shouldn't be here. You understand? Because you have passed your exam. So this is what I'm expecting for you. So guys, that is it. Now let's do the explanations to this question. Question number 8, it said, I conducente che partecipa a gara di velocità non autorizzata su aree pubbliche è punito con la reclusione, which means that if you participate in a speed competition on a public road without it is not authorized by the authority, you will be punished with by imprisonment. I saw a video one time, I think in the US, where these two vehicles, I think it was a Ferrari and the other vehicle. So they came out to do speed competition. As they were, before you know what, the other one went to hit one vehicle that was on its own going, in a junction, and it was, not something not good to talk about. You understand? So those kind of things, you don't try it here. And you remember also, you cannot bet to say, let me see this BMW and this Mercedes-Benz. Let's see the one that we, that is faster. So I bet that BMW will. So if you involve, you also will be arrested. You understand? So take note, involving in public competition with, speed competition with a vehicle on a public road is against the law, and you can be arrested and be sentenced for that. Therefore, the answer to question number 8, I conducente che partecipa a gara di velocità non autorizzata su aree pubbliche è punito con la reclusione. The answer is vero. So guys, remember, as I said, you can join our Zoom class where we explain things in details. Here we just answer questions. So you can reach out to me through this number, 388-643-1524. You have 2 days of free classes. So guys, I appreciate you for your time. I don't know if anybody is having any question, but I'm not seeing any question in the comment section. So if you are having any question, you can still leave it in the comment section, or you can send it to me on WhatsApp through this number here. I will always try my best to respond to your question. So I appreciate you for your time. Thank you for being here, and see you next Saturday so that we'll continue from this same topic, Definizioni and Classificazione dei Veicoli. So let's try to answer more questions on this topic before we move to another topic. So thank you guys. Have a wonderful weekend. See you some other time.